Hello, thank you for joining us. My name is Julie Muhn. I'm Senior Research Analyst at Finovate. We're here at Finovate Fall. I'm joined by Martin Lange, Director of Client Experience Strategy at BNY Mellon. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So Martin, tell us a little bit about what you do in your role at BNY Mellon.
Very happy to. So I am part of the digital office at BNY Mellon under our new Chief Digital Officer, Roman Regelman, and I look after a team that sits in the Client Experience Strategy group under digital. What our team does, essentially, it is we support enterprise-wide strategic initiatives from a client experience design perspective, strategy and design perspectives, anywhere from client research, strategy development, and then initial conceptual design before partnering with other groups such as the operations design group, our UX teams, the technology teams, and any other subject matter expert really in the company.
Great. What types and sizes of clients do you work with?
We have a wealth management office, obviously, but with the exception of the wealth management office, we are a pure B2B player in that space. Okay. So the types of clients span, the way I phrase it is literally anybody who really institutionally touches money in one way or another. We have a large custody business, fund accounting business as part of that. So asset managers, asset owners is a large client segment of ours. We have a corporate trust, treasury services, so B2B payments. It literally spans the gamut really of services that anybody who is moving money
So quite the
require.
variety then of people to please. Okay, great. So 2019 has really been a focus on the customer experience in FinTech. What has brought this topic to the forefront in the industry and why now?
I think it's a good question, and I almost want to challenge that a little bit in the sense that I think any of us who've been in client experience for a long time would say it's been around for a while, and obviously retail banking has caught on to this quite a while ago, as they had to. In the space where we are in commercial banking, B2B banking, I think our industry has been very, very good at building barriers around our industry in terms of entry barriers. So whether it's fintechs trying to enter, there's a lot of regulatory burdens that we have, or there's just requirements that we have to build on. There's also very set business models or commercial models in how we make money. And as we're seeing now fintechs becoming interested in what we're doing, there is more of a, I'd say, flexibility or movement in the industry that lets people understand, okay, there's companies outside in that we should be partnering with. On the other side, there are now technologies at scale available, machine learning, robotics, that help us actually automate processes that have traditionally been very manual in nature. And as that is happening, the industry is looking for new ways of differentiation. And new ways of differentiation, as we're learning from other industries, is client experience. And I think that's part of the reason.
Yeah, so it's almost innovation in other industries that's kind of rolling into financial services.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what's the most difficult part of the customer experience to get right, both from your personal perspective as well as from your professional experience?
I think there are two sides of the coin. One is the very rational side of the coin, which is being able to attribute the success of design long term to the actual goals of a company, the very quantitative goals of top and bottom line growth of a company. So I think CX as a discipline is challenged, aside from general studies that we see, to show how does a better client experience or a better design of a certain service component actually deliver bottom line growth 3 years down the road. And how can we attribute that specifically design and not other factors such as pricing or service structure change? I think attribution is one major challenge. The other one is a culture challenge. To go into a company or an industry where operations and technology have been driving the agenda, there's a big culture around process improvement and essentially always look for the next thing to fix. What we're challenging an organization in a culture like this is to think about, can we actually move to where we're designing an experience and operations design has to follow that experience? So we're not leading with incremental improvements, but we're actually leading with a design idea, which can be emotional. It is based on empathy. It's not based on Excel spreadsheets, which the industry is very used to. So that whole culture shift to say there are human beings that are interacting, and we want to design for human beings, and then we are concerned with operations design afterwards is another one.
Yeah. So kind of going back to your first point about the attribution, does that come down to a lack of understanding what to do with just all the data that's out there, or a lack of ability to clean the data?
I mean, data obviously is a foundational aspect of it, and if I look across the industry, I think everybody currently is in the middle of trying to get their data pools in just cleaned up, governed in the right way, make it accessible so that it can be consumed, it can be analyzed, and can be worked with. I think you can't really analyze anything if it's just a big puddle of something that you don't really have. But that also requires for you to capture data in the first place and have some kind of a baseline measurement of where you are today, right? If you don't have a baseline measurement 3 years down the road, you wouldn't know where the improvement has come from or where it's gone to. So yeah, I think it's the ability to have access to data in a structured way, and then be able to also pinpoint if there are 10 factors that might be driving revenue growth for a particular line of business or a product set, what of that is the experience as opposed to other factors that we have. I think that's the challenge that anybody who's working in CX is faced with as you're elevating that to the executive agenda.
Great, all right. So one last question, what new ways of working are you employing in customer experience?
One key aspect is that we want to drive client insight from the get-go into the process. So we're asking our internal stakeholders, specifically relationship managers or service directors who are in the front line with our clients, about what they really know about the pain points, the motivations, the goals that our clients have. And as we're hitting certain walls where, some questions might not get answered, some why or how questions, why are they actually doing this from a client perspective, we then make the case for generative research. And we go out to clients, job shadowing work, one-on-one interviews, workshops with clients that are very open in nature. So they're not pinpointed to really identifying a solution for a problem, but they're trying to actually find what we should be solving for in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think that's a key aspect. And to really force a group that's, co-located for say 6 weeks to design a new future state for service complex X, to say the first week, we're not discussing operations or technology. We're only talking about empathetic findings from clients that we have from our generative research, and that's going to drive the future state design. That's, I think, a key aspect from a CX perspective.
Yeah, so it's almost like a backwards approach to problem solving there.
Yeah, it's certainly for the industry, it's a new way to be leading with that client insight and really driving it from there and being somewhat agnostic of the current state, and not just focus on problems to fix, but really think about the opportunities that are out there.
Great. Well, Martin, thank you so much for your time, and thank you all for joining us.